Hey everybody, this is a video about YouTube algorithms, which can be slightly confusing at times. Doesn't always make sense, but generally I've found it seems to be okay. I've hardly ever had any problem over the years as far as I can tell in terms of my videos being, having their fair share of exposure on YouTube. Sometimes I post videos that get lots of views. Sometimes I get videos that I post that I think will get lots of views and they don't get many views. And everyone has this kind of thing. But I have had an experience earlier this year that I've never had in terms of what appears to be some sort of I don't know if it's a view count cap or something going on that took one of my major videos that were getting tons of views, and suddenly it reduced that video to around about maybe 2 or 3% of the amount of views that it was getting, and it's been stuck on that ever since, and I've never had this happen before. Now the issue is this video here, Born Again Hard, Jungian Psychology in Full Metal Jacket. As you can see there, it's got 155,000 views. It's been up for 8 months. That's a reasonable view count for that amount of time. Above average for me on my channel. So if we click on the video, right, so let's go to it. Just under 156,000 views, almost 7,000 likes, 162 dislikes, 986 comments. Okay, so now watch this. This is something I've never seen before. We click on the analytics, and what the hell is going on here? Never had this happen before. As you can see, the video started off doing extremely well. It was building up, nice view counts there, getting several thousand views a day. And this went on for about the first 40 days. So in a month, it had about 142,000 views. And then sudden flatline. It's been like this ever since. I've never ever had this happen to a video before. The video somehow was flatlined at about maybe 150 views a day. Let's just go look at the last 90 days. So we have less than 100 views a day on average, probably averaging around 50, 60 views a day. So we've gone from around 3,000 views a day in the early stages of the first month that this video was out. Oh yeah, you can see it more clearly there. So in that first 40 odd days, the lowest view count was 1,465 views in one day. And there was other days when it was getting up to 6,800 views. But averaging around 3,000, just over 3,000 views a day for that first month. And then you can see the sudden flat line to less than 100 views a day. And like I said, I've never ever had this happen before with a video. And this video, because it had got that amount of views in its first month, and it was continuing to get a huge amount of views, and I'd got 985 extra subscribers from that video in that time. And you drop down and it's like this. So if we go to the 90-day thing again, we find that in the last 90 days I've gained 25 new subscribers from this video in 90 days, but previously I'd gained around 900, just over 900 new subscribers in a month from this one video. So we've gone from 900 in 1 month new subscribers to, what was it, 25 in 90 days. So I'm guessing there's not more than 50 new subscribers in that flatline period. Now, I've got no idea what's going on with this. I mean, it was a good little video. It's got a good thumbnail because people see the thumbnail and they get the point of the video comes across in that thumbnail. The video was about Private Pile in the first half of the movie, how his character is mirrored in the second half of the movie by the character Animal Mother, who is the tough bastard soldier, So Private Pile, the wimp in the first half, becomes the tough bastard in the second half of the movie. And there's nothing dodgy in this video. There's nothing to get it shadow banned. There's no questionable content. There's nothing political. At least definitely nothing relating to any of the controversial subjects of the last couple of years that might get a person kicked off YouTube or shadow banned. I've received no notifications of any kind of problem with this video. And when I put this video up, I had a very good idea that it was going to get decent views, because it's quite a mind-blowing concept in the Full Metal Jacket film. And I've shown friends and other people, it's like, think of Full Metal Jacket in this way, and I've briefly outlined the comparison of these two characters, and most people respond with, whoa, I've never thought of that. And so I thought it'd make a good video, and clearly it did for that first month. And then I just can't see that completely dropped off like this for no reason at all. It's not like the YouTube audience suddenly completely changed in their mindset to the point where something like this wouldn't interest them. Okay, so let's have a look around at some other things. As you can see, the average view duration, so as with most videos, it starts to tail off later on. Tails off right at the end, which is the point where the video ends, and then I basically plug my own stuff in the last minute or so. And a lot of people just go, oh, I'm not going to bother with that, so I'll just move on to the next video. But as you can see, the percentage viewed isn't too bad. And for some reason, there's a spike there near the start. Let's go to reach. And we get percentage of views from browse features, which I believe is notifications and things like that. 81.7% from browse features. However, if we go to the last 90 days, browse features pretty much disappears. So we've got 45.8% from YouTube searches. So people have to actually go looking for this video. So apparently it is showing up in YouTube searches. Browse features seems to have disappeared. Percentage of viewers from channel pages. So people are looking at my channel, they're going through the videos on my channel itself, they're finding it and clicking on it there. So if people are going through the channel itself and clicking on it, then you would think that they would click on it from browse features. We go down and browse features still isn't here. We've got percentage of viewers from external, 11.6%. Now I assume that could be from my own website, with people clicking on it there, because I've got the video linked there. Maybe it's being linked on, I think I've got it linked on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, so it might be. But where the hell has browse features gone? Are people not, is this video not being shown to people in suggested videos and stuff? It should be. It's got decent view count. My other videos get recommended in suggested videos according to related subjects like anybody else's is. And there we go. Browse features has dropped down from, what was it? Let's see. 365 days. We had 81.7% of views from browse features. That drops down so that in the last 90 days, that's gone to 5.3%. So this video is not being promoted in browse features by YouTube for some reason. Now, if I go through lots and lots of my other videos that get a reasonable amount of traffic, and even ones that get a lot less traffic than this one, most of them, browse features are pretty much the main source of what brings people to the video. But for some reason, this one seems to have been kicked out of the browse features for the most part. Why is it only 5.3% there? I don't get it. Because I didn't change the thumbnail picture, I didn't change the title of the video or anything like that. It was exactly the same. I assume it's an algorithm issue. I can't see any reason why any particular moderator would pick on this video and remove it from browse features. As far as I know, most of this stuff is done by algorithms anyway. Okay, so now that is not the only one. I'm going to take you a look at another video that I've had a similar problem with. Okay, this is going back to shortly before. This video I posted on 26 November 2020. And this is my video, The Anti-Movie Movie, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Now, we could just say with the Full Metal Jacket video, oh, that's just some sort of weird algorithm one-off. Something technically weird has gone on with that. So with this one, let's go. This, as we can see, just under 181,000 views, 8.2 thousand likes, 150 dislikes, and kind of standard for my videos, over 1,000 comments. And then analytics, and we get roughly the same kind of thing, not as obvious, but similar sort of thing that has happened with this Full Metal Jacket video. So for the first 50 or so days, maybe 55 days, we get 145,000 views roughly in 55 days. And that's pretty good. That's way above average for my videos. And as we go down here, let's see, let's have a look at the reach. As we can see here, percentage of viewers from browse features is 72.2%. Percentage from suggested videos, which is where people click on one video and then on the right side of the screen a series of similar videos are suggested that the viewer might be interested in, and then they go and click on them. So browse features and suggested videos, at least I think that's what suggested videos done. So we got 14.9% there. If we switch this to the last 90 days, suggested videos is up to 55.5%. Browse features has dropped to 20.2%. So browse features has been considerably, not completely turned off, but considerably turned off for this video. I don't know why, but now the weird thing is this happened to two of my videos in roughly the same week. It was about maybe 5 or 6 days apart that the Full Metal Jacket video and this video on Monty Python and the Holy Grail each suddenly dropped in terms of view counts. Let's go back to that. There you go. It's very similar to what we saw with that Full Metal Jacket video. It's not as pronounced because this video was allowed to be up for about 2 months before it got hit. And as you can see, it bounces around as you expect. You know, we had a really good day there of almost 9,000 views in one day. That's pretty good. And that was December 22nd, which is well over a month after the video gone out. So clearly there was interest was bouncing around regarding this video. But then it drops down to 538 that day, and then a week or so later, it's back up to 4,000 views a day there. And as you can see, it's generally averaging, or I would say, around about 2,500 views a day on average for those first 2 months. And then we drop down to roughly 150, maybe 200 views there. Oh, it goes up a little bit to 300, and then we go to here, and suddenly it drops down there. But we've got this sort of weird flatline thing again, where it's consistently, almost consistently below 200 views a day. And as I said, the browse feature seems to be the issue according to the data that's available on here. So the browse features thing seems to have been a problem with both of these videos. Now, just to compare, let's take any other video that I've done that gets a reasonable amount of views. This has been a decent one, 140,000 views on Platoon, Greatest Screen Heroes, Sergeant Elias. Let's take a look at that. As far as I know, this one has not been shadow capped. It hasn't had a huge view count drop, or it hasn't flatlined or anything like that. Now, occasionally you get a spike there, so for some reason there was a big interest in the video around that point where it jumped from 87,000 views to 120,000 views in maybe a month there, maybe a few weeks. So it had a good jump in that time. There must have been a lot of discussion on a forum about it or something like that. But as you can see, it was still doing pretty damn good. So if we go to the last 28 days, which skips out that jump part, we're getting 200 views a day roughly. And actually, that's very similar to the Monty Python and the Holy Grail video. If we go to the last 90 days, we get the big jump there. Okay, so let's go to the reach element. And for the entire time, 365 days, browse features is 67%. Suggested videos is 20%. So it seems a fair amount of people are clicking on suggested videos at the sideline bar. And if we go to 90 days, browse features is 73%. It's still a high source. 28 days, browse features 62%. 7 days, browse features 65% nearly. So as you can see, browse features remains to be a major factor in how this video does. Let's take a look at another one, because this browse features thing seems to be the issue. Alien the Chameleon Effect. This one I posted August 2020, so this is over a year old. Let's go straight to analytics. Okay, so as you can see, there is often this thing where the first couple of months, a new video that I've got gets a lot of views in the first couple of months, and then I guess all the people who've seen it, who would be interested in it, have seen it, and that's it. So this one kind of flatlines. It looks like interest has been lost, but let's see what happens with the browse features on this one. So for the entire lifetime of this video, we have browse features 74.4%. Let's go for the last 90 days. Browse features 46.6%. That's kind of low, but it's still the main source of views, and suggested videos gets a lot of click through. It's got a lovely thumbnail. I like that. So if we change that, where is it? Last 28 days. Browse features is dropping off a little bit, but it's still 42%. Last 7 days, still browse features is almost 40%, and then suggested videos is 25%. So again, browse features seems to be the issue, and that seems to be the major problem with the Full Metal Jacket video. The one that's been most affected is the Full Metal Jacket Born Again Hard video. This video and the Monty Python Holy Grail one have both had a huge reduction in browse features related views. Now, I don't know why that would be, because both of these videos tie into popular subjects. Both of them tie into other videos. With this one, the first 40 odd days that it was up proved that there was, good browse features related thing for this. There was good reason for it to appear in browse features. It was related to subjects. Anybody searching for like Stanley Kubrick, Full Metal Jacket, stuff like that, or even searching for my name or my channel, or looking at scenes to do with those two characters, browse features seem to consider it to be something that was worth recommending, and the same with the Monty Python the Holy Grail video. And then within the same week, the two of those videos, suddenly browse features is almost completely switched off for them and drops down and leads to a view count, what appears to be a view count cap. It's not a view count cap, it's a browse features cap is what it appears to be. So yeah, I'm just throwing this out there. I'm asking you folks, have you got any kind of explanation for this? Have any of you experienced something similar? Let me know what your thoughts are below in the comments section, folks, and hopefully this video itself won't have the browse features switched off. It'd be interesting to see if it does. Okay, well, you have been listening to Rob Ager, and I will speak to you guys soon. And that's it. Oh, look, I've even put this video, I've now listed it as the automated play video on my channel to see if that boosts its views, because I do think this video is worth more than the views that it's been getting. It's clearly had the browser thing switched off. Oh, and actually, I did that a few days ago. And I think it's had a view count boost very slightly from it. Yeah, about 5 or 6 days ago, I put this video on to the front page of my channel, and from that, it's already had the views doubled from about 40 views a day to about 80 views a day. Yeah, anyway, let me know what you think, folks. Any thoughts on this, how to fix it, if you had similar problems, whether this video could have triggered some algorithm problem. I'm interested to hear what you guys have got to say about it. Okay, you've been listening to Rob Ager. Bye for now.